So how y'all do? God, it's intimidating to see all of you looking at me, and sometimes I forget that I do this for a living. How y'all doing? What are you doing, Brendan?
I just wanted to show the real Grogu.
Okay. So let's have him say something. Oh, so it's just like the film. This is like the TV show.
This is just like the TV show.
So speaking of the.
You must be a voice actor.
I've been known to do a voice or two, yes.
Speaking of the film, just backstage, you said, go ahead and ask me about the upcoming movie. Go right ahead. So what do you guys want to find out the secrets? A couple tidbits about the new movie coming out?
Come on.
Take it away, Brendan Wayne and Katee Sackhoff. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Watch this, guys. This is going to blow your mind.
You guys don't really want to know anything, do you? You would ruin the movie, so you had some spoilers. I mean, I'll be glad to tell you. Go ahead, ask away.
Tell me about the Star Trek movie.
Are you in a Star Trek movie?
Live long and prosper. Somewhere else.
Is there anything you're allowed to say about it? There's a bit of a trailer.
No.
I know you won't say anything. You got the best poker face I've ever seen. Watch this one. So, we don't know anything if Bo-Katan's in it or not. Are you going to be in it, Katee?
Yeah, the weather's great.
The what?
The weather. Isn't it nice here? Super nice, not too hot, not too cold. It's great.
Any little tidbits you can give us?
I mean, what do we know? Do we have facts about the movie yet?
Mando's in it.
Anybody?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So Mando and Grogu are both in it. We know that.
Yeah.
Is he going to talk? I bet he's going to talk. My money's on. I know you can't say it. My money's on. He's talking.
Why would I even give you that one? Now here, how about this? What do we know? Does anybody know? Did anyone see the spoiler, the sizzler, the nothing?
Didn't they have a trailer? Oh, they had it at Celebration. Yeah. They had it in Japan.
It also
Anybody here go to Celebration Japan?
The Razor Crest?
Oh, a good number of you. Okay, cool. Anybody see me there at any of my panels? No. I was a host there. Anyway, so what can we talk about?
So what did you see? Why don't you ask a leading question?
Well, I'm not saying a damn thing. I don't want to get. I'm way down the totem pole.
You saw the trailer. Maybe you want to introduce something to them. I know this. I had a highlight of my life was Sigourney Weaver walking up to me and saying, "You are so good in this," and I was done. I would thank God I was in a helmet and a suit.
Oh, that's cool. And Katee, you're not going to say anything. Look, you're not just going to say anything.
She's shoved a bunch of Jolly Ranchers in her mouth, so she cannot speak.
Okay, so what was your favorite part about being in Battlestar Galactica? Can we talk about that? Oh, there we go. All right.
Being in Battlestar Galactica. I think my favorite part of it was just we're like a big family now. And that started, I'm sorry, I'm literally sucking on a Jolly Rancher. I'm gonna start drooling. And that started from the very beginning. Eddie set the tone for that. Eddie sat everyone down and made us sort of all acknowledge this show that we were creating. And he knew from the very beginning that it was gonna be poignant and topical, and it would find an audience. And I don't know, that was the most important thing. I think being with those people for 8 years of my life was very special.
No, it was a great show. You guys.
No, I just made it. It's 6 years of my life. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Felt
I
like
love that picture of you and Kirk Benedict. I think you were in a Starbucks and you were smoking cigars. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was one of their publicity things.
What's he like? Kirk Benedict, the original Apollo.
Yeah.
You're not going to say it?
My mom always said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything nice at all. Or don't say anything at all. No.
Ooh, okay, I got one. Are we recording this?
No.
I did one time where I did a panel with him, and he's the only time I've ever done a panel with someone. 45 minutes, I didn't ask a single question. That is a fact. Nice guy, though. He had great stories. He brought his son up. He brought his grandson up.
Yeah, I mean, look, he wrote an article that he published that was Starbuck Lost in Castration. And it was all about the fact that he did not approve.
Wow.
So,
and my grandmother used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, come sit next to me. That's what she said. And one of my absolute favorite Star Wars characters, probably my favorite good guy Star Wars character, Ahsoka Tano. I absolutely love her.
Thank you.
Me too.
And I remember the story about how we were talking about one time how she came out and people were like, well, Anakin didn't have a Padawan and we don't like her. And there was a lot of anti-Ahsoka, but how quickly that turned. Like, so it came out in August, and there was a lot of negativity for her. But like by November, it was like Ahsoka for president. We want her. We want more Ahsoka. So just, I thought she was
It
great.
wasn't that fast.
Yes, it was. I was there.
You know, here's what I will say. Thankfully, we were always a season ahead. Actually, we were two seasons ahead.
Yeah.
By the time, so we started recording in 2006, and you all saw it in 2008. So luckily, we were 2 seasons ahead by the time you saw it, and so she was met with a lot of hate. Yeah, she was a little snippy, a little bratty, and that wasn't super well received. And it was also the fact that she wasn't in episode 3. So she wasn't in episode 2, she wasn't in episode 3, therefore she has to die. And the number one thing that everyone kept saying was, well, she's gonna die, right? How's she gonna die? Who's gonna kill her? She has to die. And I literally, that was the number one question I got for 5 seasons. Wow. Literally until the show was canceled. And finally, I remember the question stopped. They stopped asking, how's she gonna die? And the question was now, she's gonna live, right? Ahsoka's gonna live. Ahsoka lives. She better live. She has to live. And it was amazing to see it turn like that. And I was like, okay, I think people like her now. Okay, you know, so.
And that was by November, just like I said.
And that was because of you, Ashley, because of all that you brought to it.
You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm very grateful we had so much time. You know, series nowadays, like Battlestar Galactica, it's very rare that we get so much time. Well, but even The Mandalorian, that's rare. If you think about it, so many series, 2 seasons tops sometimes, and you're done. You're canceled, and you're lucky if you get a second season. So the fact that an entire generation grew up on the Clone Wars. How many people is Clone Wars kind of your Star Wars? Yeah. It's
I paid that one, I paid that one, I paid that one. No, I'll pay you later.
So yeah, thankfully we had time, and Ahsoka had enough time to prove herself, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, she was great. And another great character. Now, it's pronounced Omega, right? I've always said Omega.
Kevin, I love your attention to detail.
Did you just call me Caven?
Caven.
Because okay, I'm going to be Caven now. No, that's
Do you go by
good.
Caven now?
It sounds
Caven?
great. Because the first time you meet her, the first word out of her mouth is, her first sentence is, I'm Omega. So I never...
That's how Omega pronounces Omega. Yep.
So it's Omega.
Let's lay that down.
So what's it like playing Omega? Just ask a question. How many people say Omega? Raise your hand. You're wrong. How many people say Omega? How many people moving forward will now say Omega?
Yes, let's get it happening, Omega.
So what's it like? Hold on a second. Omega. I just wanted to know.
What sign for Omega though? Then I'm curious.
This one I learned when we had our panel last year in was it? I do so many. Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island.
Yes.
I wonder if you know Yoda. Oh, he spells it out because the guy we had did this. Every time. Is that true? Do you said? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick on it. You need to work out more, dude. Anyways, so what's it like playing Omega?
I mean, I don't really know how to answer that question, to be totally honest.
Okay, I'll ask you this way. Are you ever going to play Omega again?
Am I? That's the number one.
Can't do that.
Yes, I can. I'm 6'5". I can do anything I want.
I need some Jolly Ranchers. No, I wish. Let me rephrase that. I wish I needed some Jolly Ranchers because I don't have any. I really wish I could be like wink, wink. I know nothing, but I actually genuinely know nothing. So, but I love that I seem to get a couple of those questions a day. I think maybe some people out there feel like there could be an extension to Omega's story.
Sure, because we see her at the very end. She's grown up.
Yes, hopefully no spoilers.
Oh, well, you guys all saw. You've all seen The Bad Batch, right?
I don't know. Some of you might have stopped after season 2 because, you know.
No, it's a great show. So we see an adult her, Omega, and that was
Yeah.
how many years before the Battle of Yavin? 2?
Is it 2?
Something like that, all right.
I mean, honestly, it's such a privilege, and sort of like building off of what Ashley did with Ahsoka, you know, like a young female character, and it was kind of scary, to be honest, because I'm new to the whole Star Wars family, and Omega, like Ahsoka, was totally new, and, you know, she was thrown into like a really beloved Clone Force 99 soldier team, and everyone was a little bit like, uh-oh, what's happening here? Is she going to derail the missions? And we got 3 seasons to play with, which I'm really grateful for. 3 short and sweet seasons. And I think, honestly, our writing team just knocked Omega's trajectory out of the park. Like, how lucky am I to have a character who develops from season 1 as a person who's like, whoa, what is this? And Hunter's like, dirt. To, you know, season 2, like, oh my gosh, she's like pretty good with an energy bow, taking down some giant crabs. And then come season 3, she's separated from her brothers, but kind of leading a mission in the way that Hunter might. So yeah, I'm very grateful for the 3 seasons I got to play with her.
Yeah, no, she was great. My favorite line of hers is where she says that line, they're your brother. You're their brother, Hunter, or what's his name?
Crosshair.
You're their brother, Crosshair. You're mine too.
I know. Come on, Crosshair became my favorite. Who out there? Who's like Crosshairs? Who thinks Crosshair is like their favorite character out there? Any Crosshair fans? Yes. I know. I love a good redemption story.
All right. So who's the favorite? Is it Hunter? I'm sorry, Hunter. Is it Hunter? Tech? Show of hands.
Heck, oh, come on. There's got to be some. Thank you. Yes, R.I.P.
Or is it Omega? Yeah, all right. All right, we're James, what's it like playing Obi-Wan Kenobi? Well, you've had a long, starting with the animated.
Oh my goodness, it's been 23 years. I've got to play old Obi-Wan Kenobi. I didn't have all this gray in my beard back then, but
You went from Ewan to Alec.
Yes,
You're on your way.
yes. So now I'm, hello there. I went from hello there to hello there. These aren't the droids you're looking for. But it started as a voice double very specifically for Ewan McGregor because the movies were still being made. Right. So that was it. And then when we made Clone Wars, the second Clone Wars, because the original Clone Wars was a micro series, 3 minutes long. I always used to joke it took me longer to park my car and walk to the studio than it did to record an episode of the show because I'd come in and I'd go, Anakin. That was Anakin, and then that was it. And, so it was very much about matching Ewan's performances, and the movies were still being made. And then there was that day where they brought in the suitcase with this footage of Ewan McGregor on a blue screen going, "You are the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness." You know, and they said, "Can you do that?"
You're hired. You got the part.
And so I was able to match that, and they said, okay, we got Obi-Wan, and here we are 23 years later, and for some reason, they're still calling me, so, yeah.
And how did you go from forgive me if I'm saying it right, the Tartakovsky series, how did you go from that to Dave Filoni's? Did they just...
Well, because we had still been making games, Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront 2, and Revenge of the Sith, and all of those. So those were being made throughout that time period between them. And so then I was offered the role because I met with Dave Filoni and Henry Gilroy, who were making the show. They actually had me, so Ashley originally went in and read for Padme. They had me read for Obi-Wan, and they had me audition for Anakin, which was just weird, because, and I always thought that Hayden was kind of doing a little Christopher Walken, He was like, the council won't take me, I'm so upset, And so I think I made it a little too much Christopher Walken, and it was like, Anakin, how are you? I'm great, I could use a little more cowbell. So, I don't know. But there you go.
All right, and this question is going to be for all of you, but I'll start with you, Brendan. What's your favorite part about working with Star Wars?
Getting to work with the people I do. I mean, whether it's Katee, who's incredible, probably one of my favorite moments.
And she's really good at secrets.
Yes, she is.
You can tell her anything.
Better than I am. But she, like one of my favorite moments on set, besides the day that she stopped me from either quitting or killing someone by singing, she sang, and it honestly brought me out of my funk. But at the end of the ship in season 3, this kind of little moment, I don't know even know if she had the feeling, but for me, I went, oh, Mando could fall in love. I did, like, you know, I was like, this is moment. So those kind of little moments, finding out that, you know, less is more, being in the suit, but really the family of Star Wars, like, Ashley, like people will say, oh, Mando brought Star Wars back from whatever. People didn't like I don't even know what they are, the prequel, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Whatever came after what I saw when I was a kid. But the reality is Mando didn't. The thing that sustained us all was them. Because without them, we would have lost a generation. And so it's not even close. And we're just flat out stealing storylines from them anyways. So it's like I mean, the reality is without them, there is, as much as it's without Boba, there's no me. Without them, I don't see us, you know, helping Disney create a streaming network, you know. But it's them. It's walking up to Ashley in Seattle and her just being a human. And honestly, you're in this business, and so many people are so full of hooey that, you know, I don't really give them much mind, but it really does, like, it takes your breath away when you meet somebody who is a star, who is incredible, who's carried a mantle like they have, and then they're just normal. And it's really cool. So it's about the crew, it's about everything. All that is the best thing I could be a part of. Now, for me personally, being able to do Star Wars, incredible, because it's one of the first, like, foundational movies that I saw as a kid, although my mom tried to make me watch Gandhi. But then to take that and be in it, and then on top of it, for them to say, hey, look, we want it to be a Western, which I'm pretty familiar with, and we really want you to fulfill that image, and to honor somebody in my family, my grandfather, that's another just level of greatness that I'm glad to be a part of.
You know, my parents took me to see Gandhi in 1982. Do you know what trailer was there playing before it?
I was asleep by the time that happened.
No, the trailer at the beginning was Return of the Jedi.
Was it really?
It was the first drop of the trailer of Return of the Jedi. It was before Gandhi, December of '82.
How do you remember that shit?
It's
That's why he's the host.
I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan.
I mean, that's-
I'm not just an artist. I'm also a client. Go on. Ask me a hard Star Wars question. Go ahead. Think, you go. I'll give you later. You can think of one. If you can think of one, ask me one. Any of you, if you want to come up with one. But so moving along. So, what was your favorite part of filming the Mandalorian and Grogu movie? It's a trick.
Oh, wait a
What's your favorite
second.
part about being Bo-Katan, being a part of Star Wars?
You know, when Dave first asked me to play Bo in Clone Wars, I was so excited. When I first moved to California and I told my team, you sort of sit down and they pretend like you have a choice where your career is going to go. And they sit down, they're like, so what do you want to do? Like, tell us, like, you're like 17 years old, please. You will take any job that is willing to hire you at that point, right? But you're like, I would love to do this, and I would love to do that. And I said, and I would love to be in Star Wars. I would play a rock if they ever called. So you guys just know that. If they ever call, I will literally jump. And so when they were like, so they want you to be in Star Wars, and I didn't even ask. I was like, perfect. What is it? I mean, then I was like, what is it? And then it was for Bo, and she was meant to be a much smaller character than she was in. I mean, if you think about it, she really wasn't in that many episodes. I think she was in like 6 or 8, or, I mean, not a ton. And that was enough for me. I was like, I have made it. I've finally done something my nephews can watch. Because, like, I don't even think they know what I do for a living. And so I was so excited. And then when I, like, cornered Dave at Celebration and, like, basically forced him to hire me in The Mandalorian, I never dreamed that they would let me do that. And I think it's ultimately because Dave was such a fan of Battlestar Galactica. that I think that Bo
And your nephews
Starbuck-
weren't.
No.
No.
And your
she's
acting
really good
ability.
actress.
But I think that Starbuck was so similar to who Bo was. If you look at them as, they're so closely related. They both have this internal struggle. They both have a problem with authority. They both have this angst that comes with the pressure of their responsibilities. Like they both have a lot of the same characteristics. And so I think that's sort of, and John was a huge Battlestar fan too. So I think that's what sort of got me the job. But, and that, I think it's just that. It's the fact that we've been able to play these characters for so many years. It's such a gift. Like I just saw you in the Lego movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool. I love
Thank
it.
you.
You know the best part about being a Lego is when you have to change out your hair. Because it's finally realistic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh. Well, you know what's so funny about that is Ahsoka is brickhead Ahsoka, so she's not even a minifig. So she looks very different. And I've already gotten questions from people being like, why does Ahsoka look so different? I'm like, well, she's a brickhead. But without giving anything away, it's even though she looks different, it's still the same Ahsoka that you've grown to love. It's Ahsoka's heart, and no matter how she looks, it's still her heart. And I don't, without any spoilers, it's such a beautiful storyline that even though it's in a galaxy far, far away, and it's even a very different galaxy than the one we know, it's still very relatable, and I think you are all going to relate to her just like we always have. But I have to say, I've told Katee this already, I'm a massive Battlestar Galactica fan, and I have to say, you're my Starbuck. You're the only Starbuck I know. And no disrespect, but my generation, you're my Starbuck. Like, and so when I found out that Katee Sackhoff was Bo-Katan, yeah. I went to Dave and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Yeah. Are you fracking kidding me? And then we didn't get to record any scenes together.
Yeah, none of ours, yeah.
And I was so mad. I'm like, what the frack? And, you know.
Easy.
I know. I don't, the funny thing is I don't curse. I really don't. I know. I don't curse. But anyway, so we finally met at Star Wars Celebration, and I literally lost my mind. I mean, I tried to play it cool.
We met when we came back, when they announced the new Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's when we all
But we were on a stage together. It was like, hi.
When I was like, hey, it's so nice
Yes.
to meet you guys.
I know. We had these intense scenes, I'm so sorry, I said to you as Obi-Wan. It's like, oh, we never got to meet.
I know.
But two things. I want to say two things, and we'll move on. I don't want to. First of all,
Yeah, stop
my
hogging
favorite
it,
thing,
Ashley.
I know.
Come on.
Sorry, James. My favorite thing is you all. Truly, I'm a Star Wars fan, but Star Wars fans, you have changed my life. Melody, right here in the front row. We go way back. You've changed my life, and what a privilege. What a privilege to get to do this and to get to meet all of you. Katee, oh my gosh, your stories have changed my life. And that's why we're here, to get to connect with all of you. I mean, how lucky are we? And then to go back to what Brendan said, I have to tell you, I'm so honored. The thing you need to realize is, the reason why we can't answer any questions is we've signed our life away in NDA.
Yeah.
We've literally, not only our life, but the life of our future children and relatives. We can't say anything. But with that comes, they kind of keep us all separate, truly.
Yeah.
And so we don't get to interact. And genuinely, so thank goodness for conventions, because we get to meet. I actually met Rosario Dawson for the first time at a convention. I take that back. I did get to meet her on set briefly, but really the time that we got to meet and chat and connect was at a convention. But I'm only going to say this because so many of you come up and ask, how can I be a voice actor? Well, we tell you, voice acting is acting. Yeah. So you have to be an actor first. And some of the most brilliant actors I've met are voice actors. James Arnold Taylor, Corey Burton,
yes.
D. Bradley Baker. I mean, just
Jim Cummings.
Yes. Jim Cummings. Oh my goodness. But I have to tell you, in our industry, sometimes voice acting's looked down upon. Like it's like second class. Like I was told, well, you're just a voice actor. Yeah. And so sometimes that creeps in your head.
Yes.
And so when I first started to meet y'all, I have to be honest, even though my background is in live action, literally the majority of my career is in live action. Ahsoka was my first voice acting role. But I would come and I'd see all the live action actors, and I'd be like, they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah, no, I was just saying.
We would literally like sit on the table over here, and you all have made us feel so welcome.
Yep,
and it is one Star Wars family. We are truly one Star Wars family. But thank you for the kind words, because it really means a lot.
Well, it's like
and you've
yesterday,
always
you
been
guys
so kind.
said hi
Thank
to each
you.
other. And she's like, oh, have you met before? And I was like, I remembered it was in Seattle. You're like, Seattle? I'm like, yeah. Because I'm a fan. So I was like, I'm nerding out afterwards. I'm like, oh, I was a nerd to The Mandalorian. Oh, man.
Give me 5 minutes. You'll stop doing that quick.
Actually, we don't even get enough family photos. Let's get one. Let's get one.
Yeah.
Okay, selfie. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, Kevin.
I was going to give myself credit for not jumping in on that, but I'm not part of the family.
We love you.
Michelle, the same question for you. What was your favorite part about working with Star Wars?
I'll get to that in just a second, but I just want to just bounce off of what you've said, because I think that voice actors are actually more talented than live action, because they have to put emotion with just their voices. They don't even get to like use body language. Yes. Do you know? Like that for me, that was.
As a matter of fact, I would like to point out Star Wars. There's an incredible voice actor that you guys. I mean, if you love Star Wars, you love this guy, James Earl Jones. I mean, let's be real. Like he's the epitome of it all.
And the beautiful part is, he was a stutterer as a young man.
Isn't that crazy?
And then becomes like the most famous voice in the world, yeah.
So there's power in voice, and channeling pure emotion and storytelling with just that is a huge skill. So big props to all voice actors. Yes.
Aw, shucks.
And for me, it's kind of similar, really. I think being part of a Star Wars family, I was born and raised in a tiny little country down at the bottom of the world. We did get Star Wars, but growing up down there, you kind of sometimes feel a little disconnected. And yes, I am lucky to be a working actor, and I feel so grateful to be able to record. I did a lot of the recording of The Bad Batch down in New Zealand because it was throughout the pandemic. And in some weird way, it kind of didn't feel real. Because I was literally in my spare room in my house by myself with Dee on one screen and Brad, our director, on the other. So I think it's the experience of feeling physically connected to the rest of the world by getting to do conventions. And in the same way that Ashley said, I love it when you guys come and tell me how you've watched the series. Like, so many of you have shared stories about, you were in college, and then in between your lunch break, you would run back to your friend's dorm to catch the drop and then run back to class. Or you would create watch parties with your East Coast cousins, or you'd bring your parents in to watch, or you'd get your kids into Star Wars through this series. So for me, it's just the joy of remembering that storytelling and has a power of bringing people together, whether it's physical or emotional. And I just love hearing the stories from all of you. Yeah.
What was the question?
I have no idea. No. What's your favorite part about working in Star Wars?
As everybody said, Ashley and Matt and I. By the way, does everybody know why Matt Lanter is not here? His wife is literally about to give birth at any moment.
Which I think we all can agree is no excuse to miss a convention.
Right. And why he's not here, I'm very upset. No. And so he sends his love and affection and thanks. But the three of us get to travel around the world together, doing this. And before this, we had the show, which was great. But Ashley and I got to host this wonderful event for so many years called Star Wars Weekends down in Orlando at Disney World. And that's when we really became such a tight family. I mean, it's an amazing thing to be in Star Wars, but it's more amazing to work with all of you wonderful people and then to meet all of you amazing folks that love it. And the fact that you accepted it, it's like, we were talking about, like, Clone Wars was the last George Lucas Star Wars. He had his fingerprint on it. We would sit in studios and watch episodes with George, and it was such a weird thing because I'm just a kid that loves Star Wars, and then here we are, going to the ranch and doing all that stuff. And if Matt was here, he'd tell his big stories how, George called him into his office, and he got to sit there and talk and hang out with George and all that. I'm like, yeah, fancy pants Matt Lanter. If only he was good looking, too, That's the other thing that gets me. But... he is my brother. I mean, we actually live down the street from each other. And Matt lives up on a hill. And you know why he does, right? He has the high ground, yes. And he reminds me of it all the time. And that's why I love him. But yeah, so we are just one big family, and I'm just grateful for it.
All right, we got a mic out here in the center because I want to give you guys a chance to ask a question. And if you ask a question and I don't think it's stupid, we're going to give you like a free Norse Legion Star Wars thing, or whatever, from this guy right there.
Oh, are we doing it now?
Go for it. Hello there.
That mic.
Well, I'm also a voice actor too, so thank you for the props. And my question is if you could play any other character, who would it be?
Brandon, I'm curious who you would play if you weren't the Mandalorian.
Everyone's looking at you for something.
Yeah. We all want to know, yeah. Who would you play?
You're the first one.
Oh,
I thought it was because he was the most wanted.
that's a great question. I don't think I've ever given it thought, and I'll be honest with you. I just don't have that. My mindset is I am who I am. I'm good. I'd like to be in the John Wick world. But other than that, I'm happy enough to be to Mando, and that'll always be enough for me.
Wow, what a good answer.
Everyone next to me.
Anyone of you guys got to? And we're going to have to limit it to one because we got a bunch of people in line.
Yep.
So just a couple shout-outs.
I always love droids. Anytime I get to voice a droid is like the coolest thing ever.
Mando don't like no droids.
I would like to be Grogu.
He's going to
Because
need a voice.
Everybody loves him, and he comes with 5 handlers to give him anything he wants at any moment of the day, and I want to know what that feels like.
I did get to, on the set one day, I got to visit the set, and I did get to, they brought me into this room. It was very special. It was Sam Witwer and I, which was fun anytime Sam and I are together. And we both got to control Grogu, and that was the craziest thing in the world.
Just real quickly, what 2 characters would you...
Chewbacca, because he doesn't have an accent.
What would that sound like?
You know what he's gonna ask.
Yeah. Uncle Owen.
Thank you.
Wow, there you go.
I play Uncle Owen, yeah.
You get a free. Yeah, you get a free.
Hi, thank you guys so much for coming. Super huge fan. I got to meet all of you personally. I guess following on his heels, what's your favorite line that another character has said?
Easy. My favorite line that Mando said was, "Your song is not yet written. I will follow you until it is."
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good one. That's my favorite scene I've ever done. For Mandalore.
I always liked the I love you, I know scene. Always loved that scene.
Yeah.
So the fact that Ahsoka got to say, I know, was
My
so
husband
cool.
likes saying that line to me all the time.
I don't know if this is word perfect, but it's what Hunter says at the very end of the epilogue. Like, if you need us, we'll always be here. Yeah.
I like, no, there is another.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because it leads you to, because see, I was a kid when these came out. So it was like, what does that mean?
What?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Great question.
Superman. Take off your glasses. Wait, is it Clark Kent? Oh, it's Superman.
I'm just kidding. So before I ask these questions, I just want to say hello there.
Hello there.
Come on. Really, no one? Okay. All right. I just want to say that I actually did grow up watching Clone Wars on Cartoon Network, and they moved the stuff to Adult Swim. It got so intense. So yeah, I just want to say that you guys are like a huge part of my childhood. And to anyone in this room who is dealing with crappy Star Wars fans, I just want to say it doesn't matter if you like the originals, the prequels, the sequels, the video games. Star Wars is Star Wars. Dank Farrick. Had to have my little hero moment. So, yeah. So,
Is there a question, Mr. Lincoln?
Yes, there is. I wanted to ask, so what is your guys' favorite fight scene in Star Wars? Whether it's lightsaber or blaster or space fight, what's your favorite fight scene in Star Wars?
And if we can run through that quickly. 'cause we got some other
Okay. My favorite fight scene probably when I fought in the ice bar and grabbed the mithril. I enjoyed doing that, and that was the first
That's the opening scene.
fight we had when we were filming. So it was really fun. And if you come to my table, I'll show you a video of me and Lateef trying to figure it out.
I thought you were going to say you'll use them as an example.
That too.
All right, I have to go on to the next question because we've got
All
a bunch of people and we're running.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi again.
I want to ask, how can we increase the duty rep in Star Wars?
She wants to know how we can increase disability representation in Star Wars.
That's an amazing question.
It's an amazing
Thank you.
question.
You know, you ask for it. Just like you've asked now, what we didn't have back in the day, which we have now, is social media, and your voice matters. So if you ask for it, it can get to the right people. So I would put it out there. I'm a big believer that if you throw your dreams out into the universe, that they'll come back to you. And you can manifest it. And so I think you put it out there, and I think as allies we can all put it out there, because I think that would be really great.
Well, you've introduced it to me, and I'll bring it up.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
And now we have a question from Slipknot. I'm sorry, man. I'm just.
Yeah, you're good. I was wondering if you guys could bring any character who's died back from the dead, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. Not surprising, but that's a good one.
Plo Koon.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with Plo Koon coming back, yes.
Tick.
Oh, that was so sad.
Spoiler
Any
alert.
others? Any others? I'm going to say Darth Vader. I just like Darth Vader. But thank you. That's a really good question. Now do I say Colonel Sanders? What do we do?
You guys, I should have said Satine.
Yes, I suppose I should have agreed with you there, yes.
For sure, Satine.
We don't have to be in character, it's okay. But first, I just want to say thank you for all you guys have done, just in general. You guys are awesome, and keep doing what you're doing, because it's great. But I have a question for Mr. Taylor specifically. I don't know if you've ever met Ewan, but I was just curious if you ever have met him. Have you guys ever had conversations about the character and how interpret? Yeah.
So it's kind of like Ashley was talking about. Like, we all don't get to meet each other until we're here. And so is it Star Wars Celebration London 2 years ago, after I'd played Obi-Wan for like 21 years. We were both signing just down the way from each other, and then he was having a photo op, and I said, "Can I just meet him just once?"
Right.
And so somebody snuck me into the line and cut me in, which I felt bad for the people that were waiting, because they'd been waiting like hours. But they brought me in, and it was just like any photo op. You all had the photo ops. And it's like, next, ready, next, ready, next, you know, and that was it. So I went in, I'm like, hi, I'm James, I voice Obi-Wan in Clone Wars. Oh, that's great. And somebody earlier in the day had me sign across an Obi-Wan thing. And then they said, great, I'm going to have Ewan sign it now, too. And I went, no, because they made me sign across the whole thing. So the first thing he said to me was, oh, I've been trying to fit my name in under yours all day. And I went, yeah, sorry about that, man. And then they go, ready, and I went. So it's the stupidest picture in the world. He's looking all cool, like, you know, Ewan is. And I'm like, with my friend, Ewan McGregor. So, yeah, I met him once for about 3 seconds.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys. Take care.
We have time for just one more question. So the last three of you, I'm sorry. Nice pin jacket, but can't help you. So just one more question.
No pressure. Hi, my name's Bree. I am just going to tell you a little bit. So the shirt I'm wearing is the team that I represent. They're the Virtual Cantina Network, and you guys were there last weekend. Thank you for being there. We really appreciate it.
It was so fun.
I was there too.
Thank you for being there. We really appreciate it. I just wanted to say that when you put a family together, that doesn't necessarily have to be a part of talent or autographs or people who have been in movies, and just create a family like the one that I found. It makes the Star Wars universe just amazing, because you can find family in many different directions of Star Wars. My question is for all of you, specifically Ashley. If you could go on any Disney ride in the parks, Disney California specifically, this is important, which would be your favorite, and why is it Pirates?
Okay, well, there's various degrees of this question. It's like, is it a classic ride? Is it a newer ride? So I will say, and I'm sorry this is sacrilege, but my current favorite ride is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But I will say, cool pirate story. So I love Disney magic. I believe in Disney magic. And for my 40th birthday, I wanted to do something that I had never done before at Walt Disney World. Which I grew up in Orlando. My dad's a Disney cast member. I've done a lot of cool things at Walt Disney World. So it's kind of hard to think of something that I had never done. So I had this crazy idea to ride 40 rides in one day. Wow. 40 for 40.
Wow.
And somehow magically I did it. But it was...
Were you running?
Yes. I only had time for 2 bathroom breaks, and I didn't even eat.
Diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practically, that's what I should have
Did you
done.
learn nothing from that astronaut that drove across the country?
Couldn't wait for the water ride.
Diaper.
See, I'm dropping things.
Oh, God.
But by the time, so we saved Magic Kingdom until last. The park was closing early. We had to fit every ride in, and Pirates was one of the last rides. So I was covering this on social media. So by the time we got there, like, people were following, cast members were rooting us on, and it was cutting it so close that cast members, basically, by the time I got to Pirates, they rushed me on, and I got my own boat. So me and my family, we got our own boat on Pirates, and it was like the best memory ever. So Pirates is definitely up there, and I achieved it, 40 for 40.
So to tack on to this, anytime I go to Disney with Ashley, it's great because, first off, we like messing with people in Galaxy's Edge. But because then they look at us, they're like, oh, wait a second. But so Galaxy's Edge, I would say Rise of the Resistance, because I don't know if you know, but I'm Lieutenant Beck that takes you on your journey. Yes. And then Pirates, because I'm also Dead Men Tell No Tale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I love both of those.
I'm getting the, we're going over the time, but I want to.
Too bad.
I don't know if you guys can help me
Fight
out.
me.
Well, all right, go ahead. You can talk. Yeah, they're not going to stop you.
I'm going to say my favorite ride will be available to all of you next May.
Oh.
You're a ride?
With Katee Sackhoff?
Am I there?
Wait, I just missed
They haven't
it.
called me.
Just so you know, Mando's already there in Star Tours.
Yeah.
And yes, that's me.
Yeah.
But yes, there's another one. It'll come out with the movie. Shocking.
But
Awesome.
before we go, I just want if you guys can help, if you guys in the audience, if you guys can help me give a round of applause for Jay and his team. Ben Beck and Lewis Perry, they did a great job. And our signer, I'm sorry I didn't get your name. John. How do you write that? John. There you go. Well, everybody, these guys will be in the autograph hall for the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend. I know, Ashley, you have to go.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you all.
I leave today.
Everyone.
God bless. Thank you guys for being here. Do you want to take your obligatory picture?
And let's hear it for Kevin.